You are now tuned in to the Conversations with Miss Yvonne show. It is such a pleasure to welcome you all to my show. Sit back, relax, because we're about to take you to another level. This show aims to entertain, enlighten, and educate the minds of our generation. Are you ready? Well, without further delay, allow me to introduce your host, me, Miss Yvonne! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Conversations with Miss Yvonne show. This is your girl, Miss Yvonne, and I am so thankful that each and every one of you are tuned in today. How exciting! Well, of course, I have a wonderful lineup for you today. We have all kind of goodies and stuff that we want to talk about. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time with the whole introductions. We're just going to jump right into it. As you know, it is, or even if you don't know, it is Thursday where we just talk about it. And whenever we just talk about it, I love to invite the peanut gallery because, of course, they're going to keep it real and let us know what's going on. And they're going to tell you yay or nay or whatever have you. So allow me to introduce to you the honest guy, Black. What's poppin' with you, Black?
Nothing much. Keeping it positive. Woke up on the right side of the bed this morning, that's for sure.
Oh, that's good. Because Lord knows, you wake up on the wrong side. I don't know how your day could go.
Anything's possible. That happens.
You ain't never lying. How your week been?
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Trying to stay busy. Just trying to stay busy.
I understand that.
Just trying to be impactful in some type of way, like throughout the day or whatever. I had a situation where I ran into some kids, it's the summertime or whatever. And I did my due diligence of buying them dudes something to drink and, getting them something to eat and things like that. Mad hot outside. Who knows? I could have saved them from robbing somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just by doing that. So I try to express gratitude towards people every day. I think that's how you get your good karma, your due diligence.
That is true. Oh, man, speaking of which, life has been going crazy. Have you heard about Bill? I think his name is Maher. I had never heard of this man. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't even watch his shows. You heard of him before?
You talking about the white dude that said nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about bill-maher.
Oh,
yeah.
Maher. That's it.
He's like a comedian. I checked out a couple of his documentaries. I'm pretty familiar with him. I've seen him a few times.
Oh, yeah? What you thought about that?
I don't know how to feel about that.
Did you hear it?
And a lot of people going to take it. Yeah, I didn't actually hear it from him. I heard it like via somebody else, just word of mouth. I really don't know how to take that.
Well, hold on. Look. Let me play it for you. I got it.
All right, cool.
Because I had to go back and hear it myself. Because I was like, I don't want to just chop somebody's head off. So let me go see what's happening. All right. So here it is.
To Nebraska more. You're welcome. We'd love to have you work in the fields with us. Work in the fields? That's part of that. That's Senate. I'm a house nigga.
I didn't find it. Like I said, it's like walking a thin line because I'm not a fan of his. I've seen his stand-up. I've seen documentaries and things of that nature. And what I don't understand is when comedians or whatever say whatever they say, their justification is, oh, I'm a comedian. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to this particular topic with this guy, he can't say it because he's white and he's a comedian. So I don't get it. I don't really know how to feel about that. I can tell the way he used it. He's very comfortable using it. Using the N-word.
It did sound like he been saying it,
Absolutely.
Like it just rolled off the tongue.
Exactly. It's like, come on. Like, to have that comedic timing with it and that wit with it. Oh man, he used that all the time.
These niggas lying. He probably be like,
That's what I'm saying. So I don't see why like it's an issue. It didn't raise my eyebrows because I already know whether if he's joking or not. Some part of him kind of feel like that anyway towards black people or whatever. They say that shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've heard preachy people be like, well, we use the word, desensitize. Using the word only desensitizes it or whatever. I mean, the word means what it means, regardless of how you're using it. If you got a GA at the end or AH at the end, it's ER at the end. It's still the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got to walk a thin line on that. I really don't know. It was funny as shit.
I thought it was hilarious too. I ain't gonna lie. Now it was.
That's what I'm saying. He's a comedian, so I don't know. But do I take that parallel and be like, well, he's a comedian and he's justified to say it? Because niggas will look at me like, damn, son, you let this nigga, he white, whatever. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'd rather stay neutral on that shit.
I agree because I ain't gonna lie. Because I thought it was funny and I bust out laughing. I feel responsible, like, okay.
It was funny.
Let me
that
be quiet.
Funny.
And it's the joke itself was funny. Is the word wrong? Yeah. But I mean, who am I to say in this situation? I mean, I don't think that he should lose his job over it.
Shit, Paula Deen did.
That was cold too. I love Paula Deen. I felt like, of course she say nigga. You know what I'm saying? She at the house
she gotta
baking.
Say nigga. Come on.
Yeah.
Like that in the kid. Come on, man. She cooking like a black. Come on, man. She say nigga.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be right if she couldn't say nigga. Like she probably makes good Kool-Aid. She says nigga.
She said exactly. That's how I felt. I even posted. All she said was free my nigga Boosie. You know what I'm saying? They set her up. They was just trying to get her out of there, and that was wrong. Paula Deen, shout out to you. Don't let these niggas hate on you.
Right. That's crazy.
Anyways, more in celebrity news. This is a topic that really touched my heart, and I wanted to talk about it and get your opinion on it too, because I'm a female, I'm getting older, and I get teased a lot for not having children. And it's not that I don't want children, it's just that I want my situation to be the way I want it to be. And until I'm in that predicament, I don't feel like I should just rush to have children because I'm a female. But in these day and age, people try to make females feel like if you're not married or you don't have children, like something is wrong with you. But for, speaking for myself, like I feel like, no, I'm just not in the predicament where I'm ready to bring on another life because I'm still trying to get my own together.
Right.
And so they have pictures floating around of Halle Berry looking great, but also looking very pregnant. Uh-huh. And people were saying, she's way too old to be having children because she's 51 years old. And I wanted to know, like, how do you feel about ages and people and females being pregnant? Like, what's your take on that? Or do you think she's too old, or what's too old for you? How you feel?
First, I gotta say that women is God's gift to the world. So if you can still get out here and pursue having a baby at the age of 51, more power to you. Of course, we know that the health risks are higher. The chances of stillborn and, the incompletion of the whole 42 weeks or whatever it is, it's at very high risk at that age. I think it's after 35 years old. I don't see nothing wrong with it. The ends meet like a motherfucker for Halle, so I don't see no issue with her having no kids at 51 years old if she's able to do it. Why not?
Right.
I mean, you got to take the pros with the cons. You're having a kid at 51, right? When your kid makes 2, you're going to be 52 years old. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you're not going to, the way this shit going with blacks and health and things of that nature, good thing she's in she's probably in better condition. Her body's probably better than the average 27-year-old. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. Other than that you're 51 when you're having a kid. Like how long do you plan on being in your kid life? You know what I'm saying? Will you see your kid be married or have kids and make you a grandparent? Will you live long enough to see that? Those are things that raise questions for me. But if she's physically fit and able to do it, why not?
Those are good points. I like how you came at that because, being healthy is very important.
Right.
And especially in the Black community, it feels like so many Black people just take their health for granted. And this woman has stayed in shape. She's good. She's like a spring chicken, if you ask me. I mean, she's still... Black don't crack for a long time.
Right. It doesn't.
And maybe we need to be more focused on being health conscious than we are just name calling and pointing fingers at people who decide to wait and have children until their situation is better. Because everybody has this different situations. I just wish people would just get up off my back. Like, people like, well, you ain't gonna be able to travel. That's because I'm traveling now. You know what I'm saying?
And it all depends on the person at hand that's having a kid at the later stages of their life. Like I had my daughter. Well, me and my girl, we had my daughter when I was 21. She was 19, and I totally wasn't ready. I mean, I was a junior in college. I'm doing little boy stuff, even though I'm still, trying to figure myself out, let alone figure the world out, and let alone bringing somebody into this world. And I barely know nothing of this world myself. You know what I mean? Up until that point, all I did was make mistakes. You know what I mean? And there's plenty more mistakes ahead. But when you bring somebody else into this world, you are responsible for that person. And if you're not responsible for yourself at that time, you got to figure that shit out. So some had to give. So I had to give away all my college, going to parties and doing all this stuff and really buckle down. Okay, it's time for me to get a job. I got to do this. I'm actually responsible for somebody. So in turn, it helped me become a man, make the transition from a boy to a man. In my case, not saying that that's everybody's case. This is my particular case, And I said that to say this. Maybe the person that's waiting that long wanted to go through trial and error to know what it feels like to fall on their behind and just solely be responsible and master the art of being responsible for self before they be responsible for somebody else in this crazy world, because it's crazy.
Absolutely. And, I did some research on people from back in the day, and they will always say, it's really a great idea to have children in your 30s. And for a while, I was a little skeptical about that until I made 30. And then I understood, because I feel like I never understood myself until I reached 30. You know what I'm saying? Once you reach 30, your whole life changes. Like I tell people, there's a switch that goes off. And you either change or you don't. And I think that's what separates, men from boys. Because at that point, it's like a crossroad. Either you're going to stay a man-child or you're going to grow into a man. And it's the same for women. You either going to stay a little girl or you grow into womanhood. And at that time, it's like, oh, now you're more settled into yourself. And now you can make better decisions because you done tore your whole life up in your 20s. I just thank God that he just allowed your 20s to be so crazy. Because your 30s is really a good time to make life decisions, I feel like. I don't know.
Now, I was reading an article by this therapist. I forget his name. He's a black guy. And he was talking about the transitional phases in your life where you metamorphosize. Think of like a butterfly, right? It's in caterpillar form. Who knows what form it's in before it goes to a caterpillar, But then it builds a cocoon and then it becomes a butterfly. He said that every 11 years, and this is scientific research, that you go through a transitional phase in your life. So at age 11, you may go to realizing that you like girls a whole lot more. Like, it's things that attract you to women. You might pick up a urge to play sports. So every 11 years, so 11, 22, and 33 are the most defining years of your life, because you change, you actually grow and develop. You find out who you are by the time you're 11. By the time you're 22, you know what crowd that you should be in, what you shouldn't be doing, the things that you learning if you're an introvert, extrovert, whatever. And 33 is the age where you figure it all out. Like, okay, it's time for me to mellow down. I'm not going to the club. I got 2 kids now. I can't be doing the shit I was doing when I was 22. So I just thought that was super dope to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually going through that right now. You
wow.
know what I mean? Approaching my 30s, like, yo, I slowed down a lot. I'm not going out. I'm more focused on things ahead than the now. So I just wanted to bring that up as far as, a part of this topic. I think it's super interesting. If y'all can go out and do your Googles or whatever, and if y'all interested in that, figure that shit out. And what's interesting about 33 is that Jesus died at the age of 33. So it only makes it more, I'm a kind of like a conspiracy buff at the same time.
Right.
So it kind of makes it like cool. So, yo.
Dude, 33 is the year. 33 was one of my favorite years. Like, 33 was one of my favorites, and 22. So it's funny that you said that, because for me, I had a life change, I felt like, at the age of 12. Mm-hmm. Then I had another one at 22 and another one at 33. I can definitely attest to that. You know, like, my whole views changed in life. I remember at 22, I just knew I was about to be married, have a family, like, I was ready. And well, I'll say 21. When I turned 22, I was like, what? No, ma'am, Pam, that's not the life for me. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to enjoy life. I don't want to be tied down in this marriage thing that I thought I wanted. Then when I got to 33, it's almost like I had a spiritual awakening. Like, my whole everything changed. All my decisions changed.
Right.
Just how I view life itself.
Because you've been through enough trial and error at this point to know what's good for your soul and what's not good for your soul at the end of the day. And that's the transition I'm currently making at this point. Like, it's crazy.
How old are you now, Black?
I'm 30. I'll be 31 in November. So to actually be transitioning towards that, after I read the article, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. It's kind of like going to church and the preacher has a direct message to you, but nobody knows he's talking to you but you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So it kind of was in the same vein as that. I don't know. It's a beautiful thing, man. Because I've made so many mistakes. Like, I'm so not perfect. And that's what a lot of people, and that's what a lot of people don't realize about themselves, because we have these things that's in our hand called Instagram, this, that, and the third, and you can paint the picture of whoever it is that you want to be to the world, and I think that's the most dangerous thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's motherfuckers that's thinking they can fool you, and you really know them. Like, nigga, I really know you. Like, you not really living like this. I ain't gonna expose you. You know what I'm saying? But keep that shit a buck, my nigga. It's all right to struggle. And that's what people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in the age of, I need it now, I want it now, I gotta have it now. You know what I mean? It's all right to struggle at the end of the day. Not like struggle. You know what I mean? It's all right to go through go take your wounds, you know? You fall in the dirt, you dust yourself off. You gotta take your lick. You got to grind to it too. Everybody want instant success and instant this, instant that, because that's the day and age that we live in. People would rather go to McDonald's before they make their own meal at home.
Ooh.
Fact. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying. You hit the nail on the head with that. I just hope that just sits in. You might have to rewind that, people. Y'all might got to re-listen to this. And don't think that y'all aren't included. Like, we want to hear your opinions as well. Let us know your experiences. What do you think about this? How do you feel about the transition? How do you feel about Instagram and people, living one way? And
I'm going to do a hashtag that. Nigga, I really know you. With the hands up for all the Apple users. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy with the purple shirt. Nigga, I really know you.
Yes, right. I'm so sick of people stunting on the gram. I didn't have to exit myself from social media.
Everybody's fucking thousandaires and I can't deal with it. It's disgusting to me.
That's why I love Gotti. When he's everybody famous, ain't no regular people left.
Yeah, for real.
I'm regular. But anyway, before we get out of here, why don't you give us a rundown, what's popping, what's going on in the streets, what's happening. I know this is New Orleans, so we got some good stuff that's about to be coming up. We always busy.
Talking about New Orleans, Essence Festival is coming up. They'll be having, I'm just only name three big stars. Diana Ross.
Ooh, I ain't never seen Diana Ross perform. They must paid her all the money.
She must have did, because the rest of the lineup is trash.
Go on and read it to me. Let me see.
I'm just joking. We got John Legend and India Arie. I don't know who Rhonda Ross is. African Mamas, but they're in there too. Dougie Fresh. I'm guessing these guys are gonna do like the super lounges or whatever for all the people that have been to Essence. Kelly Price, my guy PJ Morton. Ro James, I fuck with Ro James shit, and Yuma. Saturday, July 1st, the show is curated by special encore performance by the queen of hip hop and R&B soul, Miss Mary J. Blige.
All right.
July 1st. And it's going to be, they're also going to have Shaka Khan, Jill Scott, Jasmine Sullivan, Monica, and Janae Aiko, just to name a few. Remy Ma gonna be there too. That's gonna be crazy. I think Saturday the wave. I think I might do Saturday. Remy Ma, Tiana Taylor, and I don't know these other people. Sunday, July 2nd, is gonna be headlined by Chance the Rapper, Master P. And I'm from New Orleans. I'm sorry, listeners, but Master P. Mia X, it must gonna be like a no limit thing. Master P, Mia X, Mystical, Silk the Shaka, is that Silk the Group, the actual R&B group. Trombone Shorty.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said Silk the Group?
Yeah, like
wait
the
a
R&B
minute,
group.
Wait, like Meeting in My Bedroom Silk?
Meeting in My Bedroom Silk, yeah.
Wait, what day is this? I might have to go. Hold on.
July 2nd.
Oh, I love me some Silk. Been checking for you so long, and I feel. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out.
Solange is going to be there as well, and BJ, the Chicago Kid. And it's all going to be hosted by Roy Woods Jr. Get your tickets at ssfestival.com. They need to be cutting me a check for giving them a plug.
They really do, because I don't know, I feel like 75% of these people, I don't know.
I know, except for like the stick-outs, the standout names.
Mm-hmm. They need to add my girl E Melody, you hear me, to the list. Since
Who's
we putting
that?
on people we don't know.
I'm going to check out. Is she dope?
She's super dope. You'll love her. I think she's super dope.
Just to jump back right quick, I wanted to speak on what you was talking about before we get out of here for the relationship thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And I came up with the 3 C's, right? And the first C is compromise. You have to compromise. I don't care who you are, where you've been, what status of life you come from. If you're going to be successful with being with somebody else, you have to compromise at some point, all right? The second C I came up with is commitment. Like, you have to be dedicated to your compromise and to this person. Whatever it is that you don't like that they do and they want your support, you have to do it or it's not going to work. And the third C I came up with is confidence. You got to have confidence in y'all togetherness. You know what I mean? If you're not confident in it, why even do it? You know what I mean? What's the purpose? You could just talk to the niggas that's in your DMs. You know what I mean? If you're not confident in your significant other, and that go for men as well. So those are 3 C's for the date. You know, this is a new little segment I put on today. I'm going to try it out, see how it works. The 3 C's of the date: compromise, commitment, and confidence.
I heard Oprah say something about compromise. She was interviewing this lady, and her name slips my mind. And they were saying, well, you know, what does compromise mean? And they were like, it's giving of yourself without losing yourself. And then
you know what? I never understood that, because if I had $1 for every time I've heard, I don't even know who I am anymore. Like, you know, what does that exactly mean?
That's so funny that you say that, because you're a man. And, you know, men seem to not lose themselves.
Right.
It's us who seems to lose ourselves. You know,
Right. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm at all the time.
I didn't see girls. Look, I didn't see girls start dressing like the dude they liked. I'm like, girl, who are you? You him now? Like, you date him or are you him? You know,
Right.
they completely don't know who they are. They're so busy trying to. And I ain't gonna act like I ain't never even did it before. So let me stop pointing fingers. But when we get so wrapped up in a guy that we don't even, entertain our own personalities, like everything has to be about him. We cater to him. Everything he likes, we want to do. We dress like him. We talk like him. We do everything like him. I mean, now he's like dating himself. And the girl ends up not knowing who she is anymore. Or he might say, hey, I like this type of stuff. I like this type of music. And now that's the only type of music she listens to. And we've all, I know I've done it. And next thing
So,
you know, you're like, I don't even like this. Like,
so as a woman, my question to you would be: is there such a thing as over compromising? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's a good
Really?
point. Yeah, yeah. You
Can
could
you over?
overcome.
Can you over compromise? Really?
I think you over compromise when you begin to lose yourself.
Is that like the sunken place?
I don't know. Maybe so. Oh, look, it say inquiring minds would want to know.
Yeah, I definitely want to know. So get in the comments, speak on that, because there's a lot of things that we need to get the answers to that we don't have the answers to. And we would like to hear from y'all and get the answers from y'all. Or at least some type of logical explanation to why things may go the way that they go.
Amen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Conversations with Miss Yvonne show, featuring the honest guy,
Yes,
Black.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
I thank each and every one of you again for tuning in. We're coming at you every week with new topics. We're always going to touch on some relationship stuff because we know in life that's what it takes. You're going
And
to
Black
grow.
love. Advocates for black love. Just love in general. Particularly black love. But love in general. You know what I mean? We want to see people happy out there, man.
Yes.
No side chicks and no guys in the DM and all that crazy shit.
Okay. Because I just want my man to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it only leads to side babies and STDs. Don't do it.
Every time I think of being intimate with somebody, I just think of AIDS. I just think like, oh, let me just be a little more safer. Because it's crazy out here nowadays, and people are giving stuff to each other because they mad because somebody gave it to them. So now they just forget your life. They don't even care.
See, a long time ago, they used to say Papa was a Rolling Stone. Nowadays, that nigga ain't even rolling. Like, he don't even have a car. Like, you know what I mean? They using women. So, hey, get it together, man. If you got somebody and you love them, just because y'all got differences, man, I think y'all should work it out. We just want to see black people win, man. And stay together.
For real. Black people, yellow people, brown people, all y'all people. We got to love each other. It's too much hate. It's time out for that. We got to embrace each other. We got to love each other. And that brings me to the positive proverb for today, which I think is wonderful. It says, take the initiative in building social contacts. Don't wait for others to do it. Call people just so they know you're thinking about them. Be there to lend a helping hand in their hour of need. Be generous with your time and your resources. And that comes from the Wackersburg connection. Wow. And to me, what that means is, if you want love, you got to be loved. So many of us, and I even found myself doing that, and now I understand, you got to be willing to love somebody regardless of whether or not they love you back. That's unconditional love. And that's the type of love we need in this community and in this world. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great day. Go out there, be positive, be smart, be thoughtful. And the word of today is be love.
Be love.
One love. Peace.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the Conversations with Miss Yvonne show. That wraps it up for us today. I hope you enjoyed our show. I would random person, so the information you're going to get is random. I'm from the South. I'm from New Orleans, but I've lived all over the world. So sometimes I speak broken English. Sometimes it's all together. But it's me, and that's what I plan to give you on this show. Me. To continue with the shows, you can visit www.missyvonne, that's spelled MSYVONNE.com. That will keep you up to date with all the hottest new material that comes out. It can be sent directly to your phone if you sign up with our email blast. So, keep rocking with us. Stay tuned. I really appreciate you as a listener. I value your time, and I appreciate any feedback that you give. I hope that you have a great day. Go out there, be positive, make a difference, and above all, do you. One love, one love, one love.